Meet my Wisp, my new credit loot-goblin. And why is that so? Well, that's because Secura Lecta stances are really annoying for me and I cannot replicate fully what I saw with Chroma. Or it might be just the fact that I'm way too lazy to even attempt to fully replicate it. But the main thing about the build is using Secura Lecta to get as much credits as possible with Chroma, and it goes so much deeper into that you can just watch the original video. I will link it down in the description. And this build bases on the fact that we don't kill with Secura Lecta that slow, and we're fixing the issue with the stances. And by issue with the stances, I mean this. So much movement with all of the stances, very annoying movement. No matter which stance you try, it's an annoying stance. Very annoying stance, at least for me. And I hated it when I tried it first, and I just wanted to be always on the move killing instead of just spamming one spot, because I just couldn't figure out how not to move with it. And even if you would be copying completely the Chroma version of it, this still can be a niche addition to you if you wanna not mess around with the erratic movement that those stances have. And why Wisp? Well, she just literally fits perfectly into this build and you're gonna see why. But the most important thing that we're starting off is the fact that she needs literally no investment in staying alive part, which makes the build very versatile in an instant. Probably everyone already knows Wisp, so I'm just gonna go over the abilities that are relevant to the build. And the most important part is the passive. Whenever we're in the air, floating, gliding or wherever, we're invisible as long as we're shooting the guns or melee weapon. So melee weapon swings, they don't get you out of the invisibility, unlike the weapons. So that's perfect for us, since Secura Lecta as a melee weapon. So we already having one immortality in form of invisibility. And then our modes, the Vitality mode for max health and health per second, and our Haste mode for speed multiplier. Most of the time I keep only the Haste mode up, since it's very easy to feel whenever it's off. And our second ability that gives us immortality, spammable teleport, Willow Wisp, gives us 3 seconds of invulnerability per use, which is just insane. We can teleport with it, fly with it, do whatever we want with it, but as long as we double click it fast, we're getting 3 seconds of invulnerability. What frame could fit this build better? We're ignoring the number 3 ability and number 4, but on number 4 we're putting the Helmet, Science Precision Intensify, and that's gonna be Wrathful Advance or Roar, depending on what you prefer. I picked Wrathful Advance since I had a couple of violets to spare, and that frees me up on mod slots on the Secura Lecta for the crit damage. Remember that insta-killing with the weapon is not the most optimal thing to get the most credits, but this is my version and the way I like to use it. So if you want to see the original proper, you could say, way to use it, I will have that video in the description if you want. But this is my take on it. And since we only want to have kills with Secura Lecta and all kinds of status that the Secura Lecta can apply, we're not gonna be using the number 3 Breach Surge, so we have no range, we have duration for quality of life, ability strength, and arrow vantage and patagium. And we of course combo it up with aerodynamic. Everything here is purely to get as long glide duration as we can and minus 100 gravity while aim gliding, so we never float anything towards the ground. We always stay in one spot, that's why we need the minus 100 gravity. And that simply changes our movement from this to just simply this. And this is also why our Riven with range, primed reach and spring-loaded blade is comboed with Motus Impact for extra range on our aerial melee attacks, since we always gonna be gliding and melee swinging. Don't have to worry about any follow through or anything, all we have to worry is to hit as many targets at the same time as possible. We want to kill with gas mostly, so we front load the gas for the stat weights, we get only some electricity for the influence, galvanized elementalist and weeping wounds to ramp up the status chance to the skyrocket levels, those two are giving us the most we can get, volcanic edge and primed fever strike to fuse into the gas, and fever strike or of course to get that fat ass amount towards the gas. I forgot to mention the Arcanes on our Wisp, which are gonna be always multi-augmented, and we either gonna use Arcane Strike or Arcane Fury. But since I have a fat melee damage on my Riven, I'm gonna opt out into Arcane Strike. For focus school it doesn't really matter, if you don't have Prime Sure-Footed you can go Unairu, you can go Naramon for combo points, Madurai for the damage, Void Sling Strength, etc, but it's completely free, up to you which one you're gonna pick. For the companion pick, I personally go with Panzer Vulpaphyla and Loyal Retriever, but Chesakubro would be very good pick as well. Between the Retriever mods, I'd say Prosperous Retriever isn't really worth it, because we have 5% difference, and this also works for Steel Essence and all other stuff. So if I use any of these, I either use Resourceful or the Loyal, because I don't think there is a point to use this one. And I have Noctua, but I mostly just have it for the Carnistinger and Augur mods, and I have Rauta, but you can literally just remove both of these slots and you will feel literally no difference 99% of time. Remember that Wisp is quite broken from the baseline, giving you attack speed, immortality and everything. That's why you only need range on all possible slots. So I have 4 slots giving me range, 2 slots giving me status damage and status chance. I mean 1 mod giving me status damage and 2 giving me status chance. This is just to fuse into elemental. And Lecta has electricity innate, so it's a standalone elemental after we fuse with 2 mods, and that's for our melee influence. And since I always struggle with the credits, look at my platinum and credits ratio, it's insane. I started to always just run with the credit booster, but I still struggle to get credits to buy the mod drop chance booster from Barrow today and resource booster, cause yeah, I have ducats, lots of them, but I don't have credits, so yeah. So since I have the resource drop chance booster, resource booster, credit booster and mod drop chance booster, there is only one thing missing now. And that thing is of course credit blessing, which I can give to myself since I unlazed myself for a moment to get that MR30. And after getting so stuck with all the blessings, boosters, etc, I'm ready to do some mod for you, to show you how it all works and how it looks when it's put together. I always start the missions to swap to permanently only having melee, so whenever I aim, it's just the block with melee, because I always want my Secura Lecta to be the weapon I have in hand. And I just put the modes, I get my crit chance, and I'm gliding. And killing while gliding. That's basically all I do for the rest of the mission. Trying to get as many kills as possible. Like if I need, I just do bullet jump then glide to get the momentum. That's pretty much all of it. I just swapped to the build like this instead of the standard one that the Chroma had, because I simply didn't get enough life supports for some reason. I was doing something wrong all the time, and the biggest issue was the stances, so that's why I did this build, and I kinda enjoy it, because I always wanted to have a build with modus for the range, to get as much range. And before I wanted to release video for Wisp with that exact loadout, but with Nami solo, to get even more stupid range, that 2 extra meters that are completely not needed for Nami, but I still wanted to somehow squeeze it in. But I think Secura Lecta is a way better a show-off for the entire thing. The only problem is slams, cannot turn them off, very annoying. And when I attach myself to wall and I get confused and I won't even press my two times to stay alive. But yeah, having fully unlocked focus and being in Madurai is really forgiving in terms of like dying, so dying is not really a thing anymore once we have all focus unlocked and a good amp. But I wouldn't die if I just pressed my invulnerability with all the fucking energy overstack that I have, since I don't really use abilities that often. I should put the modes here somewhere as well, so I fly into them. They literally have no range, by the way, so remember. To get knocked or something, that's the time for your Wisp teleporting, for that invulnerability. Whenever you're in air, they don't see you, but you know, when the Blitz decides to, Harson Eximus decides to do his boom boom, the boom boom will hit you anyway, so that's what you have your teleport for. And all kinds of acolytes as well. But look, this is so annoying and so much movement for no reason. And it's even more movement when you don't press your W. It's so annoying. But when you jump, you don't move. Unless you want to. And this is why we need Riven with range. Because the status doesn't seem it gives the slightest shit about follow through. At least I don't think it matters with how powerful influence is. Look my credits. I can guarantee you you will never ever be remotely close, normally, playing Wisp with any other melee weapon, to what you have here. So that's like really exclusive to Lecta. Like, if you don't mind the weapon, or this build, you will get way more credits from any single mission. Although I think in Duviri it shows you that you're getting credits, but you will not be awarded the credits that it shows you're getting, so that's a heads up. But yeah, quite some credits already. And look, kill per se, like, it's a melee meta with violet Archon shards, so you know, it doesn't struggle to kill. That's like very lovely kill per minute, actually. Like, it's Wisp, so if you ask if you can go level cap with it, I'm pretty sure you can. Just go with team, honestly, and tell everyone to pick Lecta. Just look at that. Not a slightest problem in killing anything. The only problem is in the fact that I don't have a slot for the fused reservoirs. Because the shock mode won't really annoy me. Where is our... Let's get to him. Not a problem to kill him either. Remember, we don't have range, so we can always reset our teleport, our momentum. And if we do this, plus this, we will reset the gliding as well. But if we have minus 100 gravity and we're this far from the ground, just do this to reset it. Don't bother using the Wrathful Advance for it. And just remember, like, the momentum changes a lot. Just put aim straight forward, never down, because you will slam instantly, so... This is so annoying whenever I lose my glide and I do normal thingy. Remember that you can always do Madurai Sling Strength and then put your modes. Especially when you're stacked already. Also 444 on the crit chance flat from Wrathful Advance. If you kill them slower, you also get more credits, etc. Depending what they die, how they die. Everything explained in the video, I will give the link, so I won't even bother doing it myself. Was already too much for myself, too much to grasp on. And I noticed this works. 126k credits. So let's see what's gonna be the end result. So with all the added credit boosters and shit, we get 346k at the end of the mission. Pretty decent. And without trying that hard with the kill per minute, I still achieved 868, which for me, with something that's meant to farm you credits, is pretty fucking impressive. I'm gonna go with Volt now to see how much credits I'm gonna get with the similar kill per minute on the same mission with Gas, just with Nami solo instead of Secura Lecta to see the difference. I even found the same spot to run around on my Volt, so it should be pretty nice test. So I did a similar amount of kills in the 6 minutes 40, it's like 1 minute faster, but I was solely focused on the kill per second, and I think Nami is just 10 times better than Lecta, but look the credits difference, insane. So with our Secura Lecta, we got a little bit more than 4 times the credits. Different frames, but they have nothing related to them with the credit farming other than the melee weapons they were using. Same kill per minute, same overall kills at the end, 880 plus minus 15, let's say. That will never ever suffice for the credit difference, no matter what and how many. Even if you double the kills, somehow, if it's possible in 5 minutes to do over 1.5k kills, you will still not get as much credits as you will with Secura Lecta. So just imagine this build or the perfected one, how much credits you can get if you sit like 1 hour in a relic mission where you're getting all these credits boosters. But that's all from me for now. Rest is all for you to unveil and check for yourself. I just hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. And as always, see you on the next one.